0100 today. The push-pull kill switch decided to self-destruct. If you can see it, I'll get it over here on the hood of this Super A. But the guts come apart in it. Might not want to come apart there. But the guts come apart. You can actually fix these switches if you take and grind this housing off a little bit and fit that back in there. It slides back in place. One-handed, it don't work real good. I'm sorry about that. But you can actually fix it. I done put the new switch in there. If you can kind of see the back of it, you can put a flat washer on there with a little JB weld, and it'll hold it back in place. I wasn't gonna do a video because I didn't think this was gonna take but about 5 minutes, and so far I've been working on this thing over an hour. So the actual fuse holder for the lights, it self-destructed itself, and I had to end up getting another one soldered. I had to keep more of them, and I had to solder new wires on it and get it all taped up and get it back in place. So it's got a brand new fuse holder, got a brand new fuse in it. We're gonna get it wired back in so the lights will work. It's just one thing after another, just don't never end, you know what I mean? So y'all stay tuned, and I'll bring you back once I get it running. Thank you. All right, everybody, that's the kicker. You got to put the battery and everything back in there before you can check it. But this fuse and all of that run the lights. So you can see back there the back lights running. Work lights on. Front headlights on. Yep. Let's see if we got the rest. There's another light. That's our brights. And this should be our road light. Oh no, this one don't have a road light. The road light's switch back there. I forgot about that. So yeah, it's just bright and dim. So that was easy enough. But yeah, it's back together. Let's see if it'll crank. Pull the switch, kick it out of gear, and we'll do it this way. And we got a problem here. Oh, I didn't tighten the battery cable down. Hold on, let me get it tight and I'll bring you back. Okay, buddy, I got it tightened down on there now. Got the ground good and tight. Got it back out of the way, and let's see if it's gonna crank. Turn the fuel on. Make sure it's out of gear, give it a little throttle, and let's see if she'll fire off. And of course the battery's dead. So, well, let me get the battery charger out. We'll bring you back. All right, everybody, so we got the old international battery charger back out. So we're gonna let it sit here and charge for a little while, and then we'll come back and see if it'll bust off. So I'll bring y'all back in a few minutes after this thing charges. I'm gonna let it charge about an hour, and then we'll be back. So we'll catch y'all then. All right, everybody, I just unplugged the battery charger. It's been on in about 45 minutes or so. So let's see if she's gonna fire up. I'll idle that back just a little bit, and y'all hang tight. Voila! Old straight fight talking. She's back in business. Charging, putting out, so we good. All right, well, I'm gonna put this battery box back together, and we're gonna grind some chicken feed here in a few. So y'all hang tight. All right, everybody, I'm gonna put some gas in this one before I run it out. I know it's getting low. I hadn't really run it a whole lot since last time I ground feed. So we're gonna top it off with gas, hook the mixer up, and it's raining outside, so you see it's kind of, my phone's fogging up, but we're gonna pull it up a little bit, and we're gonna set it right here, and we're gonna grind a batch of chicken feed. April said we were out of chicken feed, so I'm gonna run that grinder a little bit and mix up a batch real quick. So I got it set up different than the last time I had it. I don't have to take that, I don't even have to unhook the platform from the hitch anymore. So I'll bring y'all back, and I'll show y'all how that all laid out. Y'all stay tuned. All right, everybody, we got it hooked up. I just turned it around so it's more open back here. All right, so what the deal is, I've got the flat belt hooked up right here. So this is how it runs. The belt gets tighter, and looser as you adjust your hitch up and down. So I don't do a whole lot with this at all. I try not to, because that rod's already bent right here, and I don't want to bend it anymore. So when I set it down, I try to get it to set down straight, and that's where it stays. So I try not to push on it at all. Just let it set down level, and the belt clears just by a couple inches down there. So I could actually let it go this way a little bit further, but I've got 50 pounds of shelled corn, and in this bucket is 27 pounds. It is 16.5 pounds of soybean meal, 10 pounds of wheat. The soybean meal's down on the bottom. I measured it out right there. I don't know if I can measure it for y'all in. The wheat's right there on the top. You see the soybean meal there coming up. But that gives you a 24% protein chicken feed. Now we're still gonna have some 30-degree nights here. So I'm gonna mix this last batch here of 24% feed, and I feed it to them hens, and they'll lay pretty constant with that. And as the weather warms up, next batch I grind, I'll only grind a 16.5% feed. And I got a printout on all of that. I'll show you the printout on, or the measurement on all of that. And I'll put a copy of that on here. I'll put a picture of it, and we'll bring you back once we start grinding. All right, everybody. See, it's mixing it around in there. It rotates around and around, and we're just cracking corn. We're not grinding fine feed. We're just grinding cracking. So I'll bring it back in a minute. Trying to do it by myself and film is kind of hard. Y'all hold tight. All right, everybody. This is not as good a video as I wanted it to be, but I'm trying to do it in the rain. And by yourself, it's not exactly easy. So, but it's pretty much an easy setup. I spilt a little bit of corn down there, but this is the final mix right here. You can see the wheat in there. It's just a coarse crack feed, a typical chicken feed. I'll bag it up and we'll have plenty. So thank y'all for watching. Like I said, I'll put the mix in there. I'm gonna square that thing back up on that carryall, and I'm gonna put it all up and call it done for today. So like I said, thank y'all for watching, and we'll catch y'all the next time.